Welcome everyone. Welcome to Purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. So this afternoon I am doing a special live Celtic Cross for Divine Feminine. I will be doing a Divine Masculine Celtic Cross this evening, and on your screen you can see our Twin Flames June 2024 update will be Wednesday, tomorrow evening on the 29th. All right, so I did share this one out a little bit. It is at a very unique time for us. We're not normally on live streaming at this time. Please remember we are multi-streaming, so 3 different platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. And Celtic Cross, we look at the heart of the matter in a situation. So what's happening right now for Divine Feminine. So I feel like communication has been big for the last few days. We recently moved into Gemini season, and Gemini season is all about communication, new communication, hashing out things that need to be talked about, expressed. And I feel like for Divine Feminine, it's been a very deep and emotional conversation that is being had everywhere, depending, right, if you're on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. So I've talked to several of you guys about communication. I've talked to several of you guys about coming into contact after a period of separation. So I know that you guys are experiencing this, and I know there's like some nerves and anxiousness about when we're going to talk about the actual journey. So what I'm going to say is, for me personally on my journey, I noticed that it was almost forced type of situation, and I feel that if it had been left up to me, I probably would have procrastinated a lot longer. So you guys could be feeling that energy also. For those of you that are in no contact, I feel like you are either having conversations in the 5D, you're experiencing telepathy, or you have this feeling, like this knowing that the conversation is about to happen. All right, so Celtic Cross is a very easy spread, tried and true. It's been used for a very long time. So I'm tapping into our collective divine feminine energy. That's where we're going to try to keep our focus. All right, the heart of the matter, we have creation coming out. It's number 39, and supermoon attraction is on the bottom. It's very possible you feel stuck. I heard the word void when I turned the card over, and that's actually not a new word. Like, I feel like I've heard that word void a couple of times now, just today. So for some of you, you could feel like you're in this void period. I want to say I was watching MJ's Twin Flame energy update for last week. She would have posted it yesterday. So I feel like she talked about the void a little bit in her reading, and I've heard it in a couple other tarot readers pick it up. And I definitely heard it when I got ready to turn this creation card over. So the creation card talks about how we create the life that we want, or we create the life that we're experiencing. I always tell you guys that scripting is very important, and I noticed the everything wrote down on paper in this card. So whenever I do these lives, like we're doing right now, I script them out, which just means that I write down what we're going to talk about. I write down any channeled messages that Spirit may send me. It's an outline of what I intend to do during this live stream. So scripting has been a very easy way for me to manifest. For some of you, it's journaling, right? Like writing everything down in your journal and writing down what it is that you want out of life, out of people, out of experiences. So I feel like right now the heart of the matter for Divine Feminine it's going to be communication, again, because we're in this Gemini energy, but it's about some type of creation. And I'm kind of picking up a little bit like it's possible that it has something to do with creating with counterpart energy. All right, so now I'm going to look at what is crossing you. And there's almost the void card. We have the darkness, long night, moon. For some of you, you could be in what they call dark night of the soul. A lot of times that's what long night, moon, darkness card represents. It's number 40, pretty interesting, right? 39 and 40. It's almost like you can't move up or you can't go the next step until you figure something out about creation, about manifestation. I think, again, because communication is the word that keeps popping up for me, I feel like it has something to do with speaking the things that you want into existence. A few Mercury retrogrades back, not the last one that we experienced, but a few of them back, it was in retrograde in Gemini. And we talked about how it was important that we spoke the things that we wanted instead of, saying the things that we don't want. For some of us, I feel like this is a little bit more challenging than it is for others. Hi, Diana. For some of us, I feel that it's easier for us to be upset or frustrated, and we don't realize that we're saying certain things and that we're speaking those things into existence, right? I feel like that's going to be part of the situation there. Hot moon extremes is on the bottom, so big confirmation from spirit, because hot moon extremes talks about how it's really important that we don't let our emotions kind of control how we react to certain situations, right? So something about your dark night of the soul, whether you're still in it or whether you've come out of dark night of the soul, could be keeping you from being able to manifest or create something. I feel like I'm talking to divine feminine that wants to create something with their divine masculine. And I feel like the second card even gave me even more confirmation of that, because in that long night moon darkness card, I always point out the one rabbit, right? Hi, Jenna. The one rabbit on the right side here of this path, of this road, it always feels uneven, unbalanced, like there's supposed to be two of them going down this path. And on the long night moon darkness card, it does, bring up the feelings of dark night of the soul. We have to do dark night of the soul on our own, right? Like we can't do, no one can do dark night of the soul with us. And dark night of the soul is just a part of our awakening journey. It's a part where we purge all the old unnecessary information that actually didn't serve anyone, right? And it's where we cleanse the slate so that spirit can pour in what it is that we're supposed to know, right? So I feel like something about your dark night of the soul is keeping you from being able to create something with your divine masculine. It could just be that you're still in a healing time, a healing period. With the darkness card, I always get that moon illuminating the path. So it's like it looks really dark, but the closer you get, the more the moon will illuminate and the more that you can see. And it does seem that when the moon illuminates things to us that we feel are, super scary, or we procrastinate because we think it's going to be hard, it seems that once we get closer and closer and that illumination is so bright, then it doesn't seem as scary, right? All right, so let's look at your highest expectation on the matter. We have the patience card, so that's good. At least you know that there's something you're waiting for and that you have to wait patiently, or that you have to wait so that you're not in a lack mentality. I keep seeing this boundaries card, so I'm going to show it to you. It's number 12. And it actually talks about how it's really important to have healthy boundaries, but it also talks about how sometimes we can be too closed off and we're not allowing the magic to come in. And I think that's the issue here for divine feminine. It's almost like we've been so hurt, right? Or we've been, it's like we experienced something with this divine masculine that was life-changing, right? It caused our awakening. But the pain that we experience, especially for those of us that have went through dark night of the soul, or maybe even still in dark night of the soul, it's almost like this energy of I don't want to do that. It's like I stuck my hand on this hot plate and it burned me, so I don't want to stick my hand on that hot plate again, right? It's that type of energy. The patience card is really important in the Queen of the Moon Oracle. It talks about, see how she's got the little red balloon? So it talks about how spirit expects us to be patient But it's almost like we can't complain that we don't have something. We can't whine or cry for it. We can't, it's almost like Spirit expects us to understand that we're whole and we have everything we need. So there's nothing outside of us that we need to be able to do this journey. So it's like Spirit doesn't want us to be in a lack mentality. And that's the word I'm looking for, is lack mentality. Because when you're waiting for something, sometimes you could be like, I'm never going to see this thing. I'm never going to experience this thing. I'm never going to have this thing, right? Because you're waiting for it. It's not there yet. So I feel like Spirit's asking you to understand that you're whole. Everything you need at this time is with you right now. And if there is something that you feel like you're waiting for, it's like you're supposed to send out the request and then move forward in your journey. You're not supposed to stop, breathe, and wait for Spirit to bring it in, right? All right, so now I'm going to look at energy that's coming into being that you don't know yet. So we have the Faith card, the boundaries again. The Faith card, keep the faith. I feel like you're birthing something, again, creating something. Maybe the creation is here, but it's not coming like as quickly as you would like. So you're in dark night of the soul type of energy. You're in this lack energy, like, oh, it's never coming. And Spirit saying it's coming. It's just taking longer to create, longer to birth, longer to bring into existence, maybe than expected, right? All right, I'm going to pull one more card before we start clarifying. We have the Beauty card, and two of them wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. Discernment. Release is on the bottom. Release talks about how it's important for you to release the stagnant energy that's no longer serving the greater good so that you can make room for the new energy, right? The Beauty card and discernment coming out for past energy. This is something that's completely finished, completely done. There was a lot of confusion on this journey, right? Several of us didn't even understand what type of spiritual awakening journey we were having for the longest time. Several of us kind of wishy-washy, going back and forth. I am a twin, I'm not a twin, right? And then it's like when we finally realize that this is just a type of spiritual awakening, it's a catalyst or something that someone that catapults your spiritual awakening. I feel like once that happened, there was some discernment, there was some understanding that it's about the purpose and not the person. So I feel like that confusion is energy that is past. All right. Jenna says, definitely experiencing some delays to union, but accepting what God wants. All right, so let's look at that creation. Right away, I felt like you're trying to manifest something, create something, bring something into being. But I feel like you're trying to do it with someone. It's not about doing it by yourself. It's like you want a specific person to do it with you. The Tower comes out, shock and awe. Two of Swords comes out, the Lover. So big confirmation on who you want to do it with you, right? And I just want to say the Tower is Mars energy, and Mars energy is masculine energy, right? Spirit is so good to us. The Lover is Gemini energy, but it is my clue card for the twin flame journey, so not surprised to see it. Super powerful reading, I can already tell. Two of Swords in the middle is going to be that stuck feeling. It's going to be that energy of the void that I was talking about. That feeling like you're not able to move forward. You're on step 39, but you can't reach step 40. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy. What I'm going to say about Two of Swords, Minnow Pond taught me not too long back, but about the new moon. You'll always see a new moon in Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is that card that says I'm stuck. I don't know which direction to go. If I make a move, I'm going to drown, right? but they never are going to drown. It's definitely like procrastination, self-sabotage, that type of energy. Never actually stuck either, because the moon in the Two of Swords always represents new moon, new opportunities. And I just want to say the Lovers is Gemini energy. It is my clue card for the twin flame journey, so big confirmations here. But the Lovers is Gemini, and Gemini is the new moon that we're having on June 6th. So it's almost like what I'm picking up here is if you've struggled to manifest with your divine masculine counterpart, that new moon coming on June 6th could definitely could bring you some new opportunities to do just that, right? All right, let's look at that long night moon darkness card. So we have the Four of Wands coming out, 1111, firm foundation, financial security. Knight of Cups, it's my clue card for the player, right? The person that goes around delivering his cup of love to everyone, trying to get someone to fill his cup. And Queen of Cups is my clue card for divine feminine, and it represents unconditional love. So I just want to point out the Four of Wands, the 1111, because I feel like it's confirmation to what I was saying. The darkness card showing the one rabbit, showing us off, like something's off balanced, right? Like one person is going down this path, but really it's supposed to be two, right? So I feel like that's the confirmation with 1111. And of course, it's also manifestation, so more confirmation. It's like you're trying to create something with your divine counterpart. Knight of Cups is the divine counterpart. Knight of Cups is the card that says this person is courageous enough to deliver a message about how they feel. And Queen of Cups is the unconditional love. So that's how they feel. But I think it's about delivering the message to divine feminine. So divine feminine, it's like you want your divine masculine to tell you how much they love you, how much they care about you, how they feel about you. Tell me from the comments if I'm close. All right, let's look at that patience card. So this is your highest expectation. Your highest expectation is that you will wait, that you will have to be patient, but also that you will live in an energy that doesn't express lack, right? Knight of Swords, someone courageously bringing you a message about freedom and liberation. Six of Cups, reunion energy, a gift, someone from your past, and Judgment, surprise, surprise, Scorpio energy. Judgment is also the card that says hearing your calling, hearing your calling. It's almost like you feel like you won't have freedom, liberation with this person until you have followed your calling. All right, but Spirit says energy that's coming into being that you don't know yet. It's the Faith card. So we have Justice, Libra energy. We have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. And we have Page of Swords. Someone is watching. I'm getting a little bit of karmic vibes there, so it's very possible there's some karmic energy that is influencing whatever this is about here, right? Definitely could be causing a lot of delays in new beings on Twitch. Hello. But I do feel like there's going to have something to do with karmic energies. And I'm just going to tell you because in my own journey, Libra energy is the karmic. So justice does say that a great injustice has been done here. Temperance talks about this slow period of healing, right? And then Page of Swords is like higher learning, wanting to know more. I feel like this is actually, I mean, it could definitely be the karmic awakening, wanting to know more, but I think it's more about the counterpart. So remember, this is divine feminine Celtic cross, so it's like divine masculine's energy. It's almost like there was a great injustice done to this divine masculine, and they have been through this period of healing, also through this period of ascension, wanting to learn more. I feel like I could really kind of that resonates for me in my own journey, because I know that in my own journey, my own counterpart, physically and emotionally, physically and mentally healing, and moving that energy to a priority, which is very different for divine masculine energies, right? Like, it's a very new situation. But we'll talk more about that tonight when we talk about divine masculine. All right. The past energy was the beauty and discernment. So it's almost like the beauty card says, see the beauty of the situation, like understand why something had to happen a certain way. And discernment is like all the confusion, all the things you had to work out, all the things that you had to figure out about your spiritual journey, about your awakening, about your connection to this person, right? All right, so Nine of Wands comes out. Nine of Wands could be some stubborn energy. It's like you want something to be a certain way. The Strength card comes out. So many major arcanas for Divine Feminine, which means that when we see major arcanas, it means that Spirit has stepped in. Like divine energy is here. I don't know why all of a sudden I got super agitated with the cards and I had to fix them. The Strength card, the Leo energy, it's like you really had to dig deep, and Eight of Cups is what you had to dig deep for. Eight of Cups is walking away from something. I don't really like saying walking away from something because, I mean, it's kind of low vibe type of energy. I really like to say, I don't know if you guys remember Leela Marie used to come in here. She still does from time to time and says hi to us, right? And she has her own tarot channel. But she told me one day, she said, it's walking towards your Two of Cups. The Eight of Cups is walking towards your Two of Cups. And it's so true, right? Because the goal is 10 cups. So it's like you get to this point where these 8 cups and you realize you've done everything you can with these 8 cups, but you're still feeling like something's missing. You're still feeling like you're at a loss for something. And it's because there's still 2 more cups. Your journey wasn't finished here. There was more to go. So I feel like for Divine Feminine, big confirmation, right? I feel like you want your counterpart to create with you, to manifest with you. I feel like you could be trying to manifest or create a conversation with this Divine Masculine, where this Divine Masculine tells you how they feel. But I think that what's past, what's done is you finally stop chasing. Right? Like you finally stopped chasing. You finally realized that there was 2 more cups. You weren't ever supposed to stop here. The journey wasn't finished. There was more to do, right? All right, so now we're going to do the second half. And we're going to look at how others around you are affecting the situation. We're going to look at how you're affecting the situation. I feel like we could pick up some karmic energies. We're going to look at hopes and fears. And then the outcome. Don't forget, guys, I'm going to be back tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to do Divine Masculine tonight. So I'm not going to be offering any free readings after the Divine Feminine reading, but I may offer some this evening. So make sure to come back and hang out with us. All right, so first I'm looking at how others are affecting the situation. Ooh, we have expect the unexpected. It's almost like Spirit's not telling us or doesn't want us to know. We have gratitude. That's how you're affecting the situation. I love that. And then let's see, what are hopes and fears? We have the balance card coming out. Look how discernment looks very similar to the balance card. And then outcome, I'm just going to lay it down, face down, and we will look at that card in just a moment. On the bottom, we have the resistance. So I do feel like you're holding on to something tightly. It could be a little stubborn about something or like wanting something your way, divine feminine. That's not unusual for us, right? All right, let's see how others are affecting the situation. Expect the unexpected. I definitely picked up some karmic energies. And I just want to say, for those of you that are dealing with karmics, it's not unusual at this part in our journey when the divine masculine is making like visible changes for the karmic to lash out, right? Especially if all of a sudden divine masculine is focusing on physical health, mental health, and making that a priority, right? It's like they know that that's coming from somewhere else because that's not something that they're assisting them with or trying to help them with, right? All right, expect the unexpected. We have the moon. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Chariot. The Chariot is a victory. So the moon could definitely be an illusion, but I'm picking up more that this is new moon, Gemini new moon coming in on the 6th. Eight of Wands is quick information, sudden changes. And the Chariot, again, is a victory. And it says, don't be afraid to move quickly. Don't be afraid to move quickly. So I do feel like there's an energy around here that makes some unexpected moves, that makes some quick unexpected moves. All right, let's look at gratitude. So this is how you're affecting the situation, and I love that because that's where Spirit's having us stay in this gratitude, right? Sun comes out, big confirmation, because it's like we're trying to focus on joy and happiness being present, Ace of Cups. And the Emperor. So what I just said, right? We're focusing on receiving our messages. We're focusing on being present. We're focusing on experience, love, joy, happiness, all of those things in the present. And that is definitely making us more powerful. It's allowing us to call our power back. Aries energy is strongly with the Sun and the Emperor. All right, so the balance card, this is your hopes and fears. Again, I feel like this has something to do with the other person. So it's like your hope is that, and maybe even your fear, is that you want this counterpart energy to discern, just like you did. You had to figure out who you were, what type of journey you're experiencing, why this happened to you, right? Why it's continuing to happen to you. And it's like you want them to do the same thing, right? And I feel like that would definitely bring some balance to the situation. Again, in my own journey, because my counterpart energy is focusing on health, I feel like I can physically see like the confusion moving away, the fog moving out type of energy. So the star comes out, Aquarius energy, bright hope for the future. Ten of Swords is here. It's about a completion to a painful life cycle. Again, I feel like this is about counterpart energy. And the Five of Cups is here. Five of Cups is that card where you look up, where you've experienced such a loss, such an extreme painful loss, that it's hard for you to move forward. And this card here, Spirit saying, yes, you experienced this loss, but not all is gone. There's something positive that is still left here, even if it's just the lesson of what not to do again, right? Again, I'm feeling like that is for divine masculine. Some of you could be dealing with a air sign, Gemini, Libra, and most likely Aquarius. All right, Spencer is with me, and he's hacking away back there, so I do apologize if you guys hear him. The pleasure card is going to be the outcome. We've seen the pleasure card at the beginning. Spirit is asking you, divine feminine, to remove any stagnant energy that is no longer serving your greater good so that you can make room for this new energy that you've been creating, like something that's been in the works, right? We have Six of Swords. It's about following spirit, following the guidance. The World card talks about new opportunities. And King of Swords. King of Swords is like, I almost said mentor, but King of Swords is about speaking truth and authenticity. It's like if you can release the past, then spirit will give you an opportunity to speak truth and be authentic, right? All right, so I'm going to close out Divine Feminine Celtic Cross with the power of love activation. So many major arcana. Started out with Scorpio right out the gate, always, right? If you guys ever wonder why the Scorpio so much, the Scorpio is my counterpart energy. Mars came out right after that. Mars is Aries energy, but and Pluto really. So I'm sorry, Mars is Aries energy and Scorpio energy also because Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. But I think it was more about representation of the masculine. And then we saw Justice, Libra energy, Temperance, Sagittarius energy. We saw the Strength card, Leo energy. The Moon and the Chariot, Cancer energy. Could be some Pisces there. The Sun, the Emperor, more Aries. That's me, in case you were wondering. The Star, Aquarius. The World, Cancer. Picking up a little Capricorn over there. All right. So when we see this many major arcana coming out, it means that spirit has stepped in. Remember, the minor arcana is like Page of Swords. That's us. We are the Page of Swords. We can take this action, right? Eight of Cups, that's us. We can take this action. When we see major arcana, that is divinely fated energy. It's like when spirit has had to step in and assist in some way. We have Unity coming out. How perfect is that? Like I could not have drawn a more perfect card out of here. It says, you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. And I am picking that up, that ripple effect across the universe, because as we heal Divine Feminine, regardless of whether you're in union, 3D, I feel like we're always in union. I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you that you're a half a soul walking around and your other half is somewhere else. Like, that's ridiculous. You are a whole soul, right? I like to say simultaneously incarnated into this lifetime. But when you heal and when you start to unconditionally love yourself and the spiritual path that you're on, it does cause a ripple effect, mostly towards your counterpart energy, your divine masculine, the person that awakened you, but also to all the people that are around you, right? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so very much. Don't forget, tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to do the other half of this. We're going to look at Divine Masculine. I do feel like it's going to be about their physical and mental health. That has been coming up a lot. So we will dive into the heart of the matter for Divine Masculine at 8 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. my time, I'm going to be doing the June Twin Flame Current Energy Update, and we may have some free readings at the end of that live stream also. All right, guys, I'll see everyone very soon. Thank you so much. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant, loving light on your journey. Thank you.